Well, hello, y'all. I know it's been quite a while. I am very, very sorry. It's just, I had a very turmoil week last week. Very, very turbulent. So, I had to take my time and I had to take a rest period and just, rest. Sometimes a girl needs to rest. But I've rested now long enough, and I'm getting back into the groove of all the things that I need to get done. Starting with my cottage hearth. I started decorating again today. And I also started collecting more things for the cottage hearth. I'm also getting the schooling area set up for homeschooling this year. So I'm doing many things all at once, as you probably already know. Sometime this week, I have to clean the entire kitchen table off. I have to take everything off the table. I have to wash it, wipe it down, put the cottage tablecloth on it, placemats, and then replace all of my sanctuary stuff for my prayer sanctuary office area of the submissive Helpmeet / the cottage apothecary / lamb of yarn / threads from the cottage hearth / meditations from the cottage hearth. Yes, there's many things to go into this. Lots of things. And I'm also trying to work on organization and cleaning. Love you.
Love you. Getting all the civics out.
I know. And my Dana-sama, he's doing what he's gonna be doing, manly things. I'm doing my wifey stuff. Proverbs 31 woman, Titus 2 woman, submissive Helpmeet, all that. I'm doing all that kind of stuffs while he's doing all of his manly stuffs. I'm taking care of the home, making sure everything's running smoothly, on time, everything's going. And I was in Ecclesiastes this week, so I wanted to read to you guys some of Ecclesiastes real quick here while I've got you. Why not? And then I have to do my calendar book stuff after. So I'm going to read you some of Ecclesiastes, okay? So we're going to go through Ecclesiastes. Now I am in the King James Version because I can color in this one. So I'm coloring in here and I'm going through the books that are in here. And I know when to switch back to my Catholic version, so don't worry about that. I already have it all written out, okay? So we're on Ecclesiastes 4, chapter 4, verse 3. And we'll read from chapter 4, verse 3 through chapter 6, verse 12, okay? Yeah, better is he than both they which hath not yet been, who hath not seen the evil work that is done under the sun. Again, I considered all travail and every right work, that for this a man is envied of his neighbor. This is also vanity and vexation of spirit. The fool foldeth his hands together and eateth his own flesh. Better is an handful with quietness than both the hands full with travail and vexation of spirit. Then I returned, and I saw vanity under the sun. There is one alone, and there is not a second. Yea, he hath neither child nor brother, yet is there no end of all his labor, neither is his eye satisfied with riches. Neither saith he, For whom do I labor, and bereave my soul of good? This is also vanity. Yea, it is a sore travail. Two are better than one, because they have a good reward for their labor. For if they fall, the one will lift up his fellow. But woe to him that is alone, when he falleth, for he hath not another to help him up. Again, if two lie together, then they have heat. But how can one be warm alone? And if one prevail against him, two shall withstand him. And a threefold cord is not quickly broken. Better is a poor and wise child than an old and foolish king, who will no more be admonished. For out of prison he cometh to reign, whereas also he that is born in his kingdom becometh poor. I considered all the living which walk under the sun, with the second child that shall stand up in his stead. There is no end of all the people, even of all that have been before them. They also that come after shall not rejoice in him. Surely this also is vanity and vexation of spirit. Keep thy foot when thou goest to the house of God, and be more ready to hear than to give the sacrifice of fools. For they consider not that they do evil. Be not rash with thy mouth, and let not thine heart be hasty to utter anything before God. For God is in heaven, and thou upon earth. Therefore let thy words be few. For a dream cometh through the multitude of business, and a fool's voice is known by multitude of words. When thou vowest a vow unto God, defer not to pay it, for he hath no pleasure in fools. Pay that which thou hast vowed. Better is it that thou shouldest not vow, than that thou shouldest vow and not pay. Suffer not thy mouth to cause thy flesh to sin. Neither say thou before the angel that it was an error. Wherefore should God be angry at thy voice, and destroy the work of thine hands? For in the multitude of dreams and many words there are also diverse vanities. But fear thou God. If thou seest the oppression of the poor, and the violent perverting of judgment, and justice in a province, marvel not at the matter, for he that is higher than the highest regardeth, and there be higher than they. Moreover, the profit of the earth is for all. The king himself is served by the field. He that loveth silver shall not be satisfied with silver, nor he that loveth abundance with increase. This is also vanity. When goods increase, they are increased that eat them. And what good is there to the owners thereof, saving the beholding of them with their eyes? The sleep of a laboring man is sweet, whether he eat little or much. But the abundance of the rich will not suffer him to sleep. There is a sore evil which I have seen under the sun, namely, riches kept for the owners thereof to their hurt. But those riches perish by evil travail, and he begetteth a son, and there is nothing in his hand. As he came forth of his mother's womb, naked shall he return to go as he came, and shall take nothing of his labor, which he may carry away in his hand. And this also is a sore evil, that in all points as he came, so shall he go. And what profit hath he that hath labored for the wind? All his days also he eateth in darkness, and he hath much sorrow and wrath with his sickness. Behold, that which I have seen. It is good and comely for one to eat and to drink, and to enjoy the good of all his labor that he taketh under the sun, all the days of his life, which God giveth him, for it is his portion. Every man also to whom God hath given riches and wealth, and hath given him power to eat thereof, and to take his portion, and to rejoice in his labor, this is the gift of God. For he shall not much remember the days of his life, because God answereth him in the joy of his heart. There is an evil which I have seen under the sun, and it is common among men, a man to whom God hath given riches, wealth, and honor, so that he wanteth nothing for his soul. Of all that he desireth, yet God giveth him not power to eat thereof, but a stranger eateth it. This is vanity, and it is an evil disease. If a man beget 100 children, and live many years, so that the days of his years be many, and his soul be not filled with good, and also that he have no burial, I say that an untimely birth is better than he. For he cometh in with vanity, and departeth in darkness, and his name shall be covered with darkness. Moreover, he hath not seen the sun, nor known anything. This hath more rest than the other. Yea, though he live 1,000 years, twice told, yet hath he seen no good. Do not all go to one place? All the labor of man is for his mouth, and yet the appetite is not filled. For what hath the wise more than the fool? What hath the poor that knoweth to walk before the living? Better is the sight of the eyes than the wandering of the desire. This is also vanity and vexation of spirit. That which hath been is named already, and it is known that it is man, neither may he contend with him that is mightier than he. Seeing there be many things that increase vanity. Seeing that there is many things that increase vanity, what is man the better? For who knoweth what is good for man in his life, all the days of his vain life, which he spendeth as a shadow? For who can tell a man what shall be after him under the sun? Wow. Would you like me to continue in chapter 7, and then I'll end it there, okay? A good man is better than precious ointment, and the day of death than the day of one's birth. It is better to go to the house of mourning than to go to the house of feasting, for that is the end of all men, and the living will lay it to his heart. Sorrow is better than laughter, for by the sadness of the countenance the heart is made better. The heart of the wise is in the house of mourning, but the heart of fools is in the house of myrrh. It is better to hear the rebuke of the wise than for a man to hear the song of fools. For as the crackling of thorns under a pot, so is the laughter of the fool. This also is vanity. Surely oppression maketh a wise man mad. A gift destroyeth the heart. Better is the end of a thing than the beginning thereof, and the patient in spirit is better than the proud in spirit. Be not hasty in thy spirit to be angry, for anger resteth in the bosom of fools. Say not thou, what is the cause that the former days were better than these? For thou dost not inquire wisely concerning this. Wisdom is good with an inheritance, and by it there is profit to them that see the sun. For wisdom is a defense, and money is a defense. But the excellency of knowledge is that wisdom giveth life to them that have it. Consider the work of God, for who can make that straight which he hath made crooked? In the day of prosperity be joyful, but in the day of adversity consider God. Also hath set the one over against the other, to the end that man should find nothing after him. All things have I seen in the days of my vanity. There is a just man that perisheth in his righteousness, and there is a wicked man that prolongeth his life in his wickedness. Be not righteous over much, neither make thyself over wise. Why shouldest thou destroy thyself? Be not over much wicked, neither be thou foolish. Why shouldest thou die before thy time? It is good that thou shouldest take hold of this, also from this withdraw not thine hand, for he that feareth God shall come forth of them all. Wisdom strengtheneth the wise more than 10 mighty men which are in the city. For there is not a just man upon earth that doeth good, and sinneth not. Also take no heed unto all words that are spoken, lest thou hear thy servant curse thee. For oftentimes also thine own heart knoweth that thou thyself likewise hast cursed others. All this have I proved by wisdom. I said, I will be wise, but it was far from me. That which is far off and exceeding deep, who can find it out? I applied mine heart to know, and to search and to seek out wisdom, and the reason of things, and to know the wickedness of folly, even of foolishness and madness. And I find more bitter than death the woman whose heart is snares and nets, and her hands as bands, whoso pleaseth God shall escape from her, but the sinner shall be taken by her. Behold, this have I found, saith the preacher, counting one by one, to find out the account, which yet my soul seeketh, but I find not. One man among 1,000 have I found, but a woman among all those have I not found. Lo, this only have I found, that God hath made man upright, but they have sought out many inventions. So it's giving an outline of the advantages of wisdom and how to be wise. It outlines very clearly here the fact that women are easily deceived. It's a constant reoccurrence in scripture because women are easily deceived. It's just something that's in our nature. We're not very good at protecting ourselves. That's why we need a covering known as a husband. So when we are covered by our husbands, we are then protected from folly and foolishness, which was the point in the first place for woman, so that she would not become a fool. She needs to have guidance and she needs to be led. Now, sometimes a woman will be in a relationship or married to a man that isn't a believer and not a very good covering or a head. That's okay, as long as she's covering her head when she's praying and interceding for her husband. That can change. I've read it before in Created to Be His Helpmeet. Do you remember that chapter that we went over, and it took me 2 weeks to go over it with you, of the woman who was treated so badly by her husband for many years, but she was a submissive helpmeet to him. She treated him well. She never disrespected him. She never dishonored him. All she did was do all the things that she was meant to do and supposed to do for him, you know? And what happened? What ended up happening at the end of the chapter? He ended up getting saved and becoming a believer. That's what happened. Because that is the power of a woman. We don't have to force. We don't have to be loud and demanding. We don't have to be forceful or what's the word I'm trying to look for? Assertive. What we need to be is quiet, meek, gentle, modest, chaste, pure, and submissive and obedient to God. In doing that, God will bring us who we're meant to be with when it's time. And that person will be exactly what we need. It took many years for me to become the proper helpmeet to my Dana-sama. And I still have my moments. I'm still learning. But one thing's for sure. My Dana-sama says that he's very lucky to have me. You wouldn't have said that if you met me 19 years ago? 19 years ago now? 19 years ago, you wouldn't have said that. But now, after walking with the Lord for the last 5 years, almost 6 years now, absolutely. He has completely changed me in ways that I never thought I could change, but I have, and I'm thankful, because without the Lord actually shaping me and teaching me and guiding me the way he has the last 5+ years, I probably would still be the same broken slave to sin that I was. But now I'm not. And I'm learning more and more every day how to not be a slave to sin. And it's been a rough road for the last 5+ years because the spirit is willing and the flesh is weak, as you know. And we are creatures of pride. We have great big egos. And when those egos get bruised in some way, we tend to become defensive and lash out. Do we not? Be honest. So I have learned how to quiet the spirit. I learned to be silent when necessary and speak when necessary. I've also learned how to not complain as much as I used to. I've been working on that very hard the last 2 years. No more complaining. In fact, I've been working on a lot of things the last couple of years that I've been doing pretty good at. So I am moving along the way I'm supposed to on the Titus 2 front. Proverbs 31, 1 Peter 3, 1 Corinthians 11, 1 Corinthians 14, 1 Corinthians 13, 2 Corinthians 5:17 is true, and you guys should take that to heart. And it should be a motto in your life and every single morning what you say. Other than that, y'all, I've been having a lot of fun being creative, reading my Bible, praying, of course. And seeking after the Lord more than anything else on the planet, because that's what we're supposed to be doing anyway, is seeking the Lord. Amen? And I'm kind of confused now because I don't know what I did with what I was doing, where I put everything. That's okay. My love?
Yeah.
Why?
Again?
Because you ruined mine. You dropped them and they're all dirty and burnt.
You can clean them.
No, I'm going to have brand new ones that you have not touched and burnt and got dirty.
I never burned them.
They're burnt.
What's this for?
That's for that table tomorrow after we clean it off and clean it completely.
What's this for?
Those are tea towels in the... You can wash them if you want.
Oh, I can't.
They're the new cottage colors.
I can't wash it yet.
That's okay. I'll make the detergent tomorrow. If you get the bowl out that I use. Oh, right. I gotta get baking soda first. Thank you for reminding me.
Oh, yeah. Remember how I said, oh, you don't have to make me a lunch. I'll just get a burger. Bacon cheeseburger. It's right here. You need to come here.
I need to come there? Okay, hold on. Be right back, everybody. Sorry about that, y'all. I had to go check out to see. There's a lot of leftovers, so that's good. That means that tomorrow after I make breakfast in the morning, I can put some of the leftovers for lunch, which I like to do. Anyway, what was I saying? I forgot what I was saying. I completely forgot what I was saying. Oh man. Anyway, currently, if you're wondering what I've been working on recently, I'm making an camouflage army style colored cord thing so that my Danasama can tie it onto his backpack. And I'm doing that because I wanted to make him something, and I know that he doesn't like, flashy things like necklaces or bracelets or anything like that. So I thought this would be a simple thing that he could just tie to his backpack and know that when he looks at it, he knows who made it. It was me, the love of his life. Hee hee hee. So I'm doing that currently. And it's been a lot of fun weaving it, so I gotta try to get it done. I'm gonna work on that tonight while I watch my news. So I was wondering, how's y'all doing? I know it's been like a whole week since the last time I posted anything. And like I said, I'm very, very sorry about that, y'all. I was not feeling well. I had a very crazy week last week. This week, not so crazy. So far so good. And tomorrow I'm doing my huge shopping. I was supposed to do it today, but we decided not to because it was super hot and I was super exhausted and drained. So instead, we just did fun stuff. And yeah. I'm about to watch my news, settle in for the evening, and then go to bed. And I'll be up early tomorrow to make breakfast and wrap up some lunch for my baby. And yeah, that's about it. I'm over here. Very, very excited. Tomorrow I get to go shopping for all the food. Because I like shopping for food. And, ooh, you know what? Y'all, if you really want to get started on your biblical womanhood stuff, you guys should be checking out my blog, because I've been posting a blog every week for like a long time now. And my podcast. I talk about in-depth biblical womanhood stuff on there. You better get over there and get subscribed, okay? It's on Spotify. It's free. Y'all, go listen, okay? Anyway, other than that, also my newsletter each Thursday is free, and you guys can check that out too and subscribe and get it right directly into your email rather than clicking on the link every week that I post inside of my stories. But other than that, I don't think there's anything else for me to say right now. So I shall catch you guys in the Thursday vlog. Or rather, whatever I will be doing for tomorrow's vlog. This will be part of tomorrow's vlog. So, yeah, I will put this in stories, and then I will add this to tomorrow's vlog and upload it onto YouTube. But for now, I love y'all. I hope you have a wonderful evening and that you had a wonderful week. And I will catch you guys very, very soon. And keep a lookout because there's going to be lots of postings this week, because I really just need to get back into the groove of things that I was in. And yeah, I had a whole week to hunker down and recuperate, so I'm back. Okay? So I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Love y'all. Later for now. God bless. See you later. Bye-bye. Well, y'all, this was yesterday's look. This is what I did yesterday when I got home. Look at that. I absolutely love it. Isn't it gorgeous? I had to, y'all. I had to. And now you'll see the Etsy headquarters. It's coming along just nicely. I'm gonna have to get another plank so that I can have another shelf, but yeah, it's coming along. It's moving. Very excited about it. It's gonna look really nice when I'm done with it. And this was today's look. I got some compliments today. A lady stopped me as I was helping my Danasama load his car with the groceries, and she stopped me and she's like, "I love your dress. Your whole outfit is gorgeous." And I was like, "Thank you." I had my shawl on because, well, I like to be a little more modest when I'm out. And about when I'm at home putting away stuff, I don't mind, taking it off so that I can move around freely. I absolutely love putting away groceries, by the way. It was a lot of fun. Restocked what we needed. Got everything going. Everything's all set up. Tomorrow I'm making breakfast and lunch. And then, yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun tomorrow. Can't wait. Other than that, tomorrow I'm also going to be going to town to have my time. I have my time, so it'll be nice. I think I did a very good job, though. It was quite difficult a little bit, but I managed to fix it, figure it out. And yeah, so today was a good day. I did my frugal thing, woman thing, flip app. Points, rewards, organizing, budgeting, all that. Tending to the hearth. And it turned out very well. So, hallelujah. Anyways, I will catch you all in the morning. I love y'all. Later for now. Good night. Have a great night. And I'll see you bright and early in the mornings. Okay? Bright and early. Later for now. God bless. Good night.